The bus screeched to a stop on the dusty village road. Emeka, 29, stepped down, his city shoes crunching against red earth. He carried a backpack, his face full of pride and ambition. Before him stood his late grandfather's compound, a sprawling mud brick house with carved wooden doors, overgrown by vines. It was beautiful, but the silence around it felt unnatural. As he approached, an old woman, Mema Igioma, bent with age, stopped him. Her eyes were cloudy but sharp. "Emeka, leave that place the way your father left it. That land no be for play. Your grandfather knew the rules." Emeka chuckled, brushing her off. "Mama, with respect, those are old stories. I'm here to make something new." She gripped his wrist, her voice low. "You can build in Lagos, Abuja, even in Oyibo land. But not here. Here, there is an offering. Unspoken, but never forgotten." Emeka pulled away. Superstition. The next morning, a group of laborious arrived. They started tearing down parts of the old compound. Almost immediately, strange things happened. A hammer flew across the yard, narrowly missing a worker's head. Bags of cement tore open by themselves. One worker swore he saw a shadowy figure watching from the roof. By afternoon, half the crew refused to continue. "Oga, this land dey vex," they said. Emeka dismissed them angrily. "Lazy men. Spirits don't break walls. Men do." But that night, as he lay in his grandfather's old room, he heard it, faint drumming. Slow, rhythmic, coming from the courtyard. When he rushed out, nothing was there. Only the scent of burning palm oil lingered in the air. Days passed. The manifestations grew bolder. Emeka woke with dark bruises across his chest, like fingerprints. His laptop screen flickered, showing images of masked dancers in ritual regalia. At night, his sleep was haunted by dreams of his grandfather, muttering words he couldn't understand. Finally, desperate, he searched his grandfather's study. There he found a stack of journals full of strange diagrams, prayers, and stories. One entry chilled him. "The offering is due. If it is not given, the land will take its own. The earth remembers. The spirits never forget." The next night, Emeka awoke to the sound of wailing. Stepping outside, he froze. In the courtyard, shadows moved as if people were dancing. He could hear the rattling of equa drums and the heavy breathing of masked figures circling him. At the center of the courtyard stood a tall, faceless entity draped in raffia. Its voice was deep, layered with echoes. The offering was broken. Blood must balance blood. Emeka stumbled back, shouting, "I don't believe in you." The entity raised a hand. Instantly, Emeka's cousin Chike, one of the workers helping him, screamed from the guest hut. They found him dead the next morning, his eyes wide, his body covered in ash. The villagers whispered, "The land has begun to take its own." Panicked, Emeka pored over the journals. He discovered that every generation, his family had performed a ritual. Slaughtering a white goat. Pouring palm wine at the compound's shrine. Speaking words that sealed the land in peace. His grandfather, before dying, had stopped the ritual. Out of pride? Or rebellion? Emeka wasn't sure. But the entity had been waiting. And now it was hungry. The drumming grew unbearable. Villagers fled, refusing to step near the compound. One night, the entity manifested fully. The ground split, flames flickered, and voices rose in a ghostly chorus. It reached for Emeka's mother, who had just arrived to check on him. She convulsed, her eyes rolling back. Emeka dropped to his knees, crying, "What do you want?" The entity thundered, "The offering." Desperate, Emeka grabbed the goat he had bought in panic, slashed its throat, and poured its blood on the sacred ground. But the entity laughed. Too late. The land does not want goats. The land wants you. The courtyard erupted in screams. The entity rushed forward. Emeka fell, clutching his grandfather's journal, muttering the prayer written inside. His voice shook but grew stronger. The drumming stopped. Silence fell. The entity froze, its faceless mask cracking. With a final shriek, it dissolved into dust. The sun rose. The compound was eerily quiet. Emeka stumbled out, alive, but changed. His hair had gone white overnight. His body carried fresh scars. The villagers gathered, whispering. Mama Ijeoma stepped forward. You survived, but you are marked. The land let you live, but you belong to it now. You can never truly leave. Emeka looked back at the compound. The shadows on the walls seemed to shift, almost breathing. He dropped the journal into the fire, but the last words burned into his mind. An offering unspoken is an offering unfinished. The land always remembers, and that was the unspoken offering. Do you enjoy watching stories like this? What lesson do you think Emeka should have learned from his grandfather's silence? Was it pride? Or ignorance? That almost destroyed him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you took away from this story.